Hello, everyone. This is David, and I want to talk to you about what is it like being immigration right now in the Philippines due to COVID. And this is not official statements, but this is from what I am getting. All right. First, you cannot come if you are not a Philippine citizen, or if you are not having a permanent residence or a green card, or like a green card, or um, a visa that you are already here. If you are already here and had a visa, you're okay. Um, if you're not a U.S. Or Philippine citizen, um, you need to keep up your paperwork. The immigration system is still going on. Um, your yearly annual checkups, you still have to have them done. Everything's fine there. Um, Now, other places besides the main offices, if the satellite offices are now doing it also, so that has taken a lot of um, pressure off of Manila, and you have to have an appointments for just about everything you do. It is very, very hard right now, and it is to get an appointment in Manila it's very, very hard. I have found to go to another place to get it, it makes it so much easier. Okay. Timing, how to do your timing. You still have to do your timing the exact same way, everything. Even though they're slow, you have to be on top. If you are late because of COVID, you need to have a letter, and I had to do a letter because I could not get into Manila in time after trying and trying and trying. Not their fault. It was just one of those things that happens. I had to explain why that I was not in time with my paperwork, and they accepted it, no problem at all. And timing to get paperwork back, it took them about 3 months, 3+ months to get it back right now. And right now, I am looking at 5 months for my permanent residence card, which I still have not gotten. I need to call in February. They told me to call back in next month to see if I had it yet. So here in a little bit, I'll be calling them on that one. What do I need to go inside immigration? First of all, you're going to have your temperature checked. And two, you're going to have a mask. And three, you're going to have a face shield. Face shield's about 10 pesos. And also, if you are elderly and you do not feel like you should be able to be getting out, you can call and have someone else do it for you because of the laws and stuff. Because they're in here saying that they do not want the other elderly people out. This is what they're saying. I'm not saying I agree with this or not, but the older people are not allowed to be out doing immigration and things. And it makes sense because they are more more acceptable to different bacteria and stuff. All right, let's say you're living in the Philippines and you need to get out. Well, you're going to go to the airport. They're going to give you, before you even get in the airport, you're going to have a COVID test on the sidewalk, basically. Then, when you get done there, then you're going to go in. You're going to do everything, as far as I know, the same. Okay, you will have to have a mask and most likely a face shield on this. Just just letting you be aware of it. I had a friend that went to the U.S. a couple months ago, and here's what happened. He went in. First thing he did was get a COVID test, and I would say probably 4 to 5 hours before your flight takes off, you need to be there because of all the different more stuff. Because you still have your testing that takes a few minutes. Then you have to have before they allow you in. Then you still have your check-in, your baggage claims, everything is in your TSA scans. They're all going to be the same. So you're adding more hours, not taken away. I've just given you a heads up on that. When he got to the U.S., they first thing he did is get off, and they gave him a test. He goes, "Well, wait a minute, I've got a test just before I got on the plane." They said, "That's from a third world country, not my problem. It doesn't work here." Okay. So he had to have another test. They took him to the motel. They quarantined him for 2 weeks, and he had to pay for all of this. And it was like $75 to have that swab test. Manila, I think it was 3,000. I think I'm not sure on that, but it's going to be quite expensive. Then he had to stay in Manila in the motel for 2 weeks. He couldn't even get out. And then once he got out, he could do what he needed to do. But then he came back and made sure he wasn't having fever or anything of that nature. Then when he came back, as soon as he landed, he got tested again. And then put in a motel overnight. And then once that came back negative, he took. Then when he came back, he had to get a motel room. He had to pay for all this, and he was taken by taxi to the to the motel. He stayed overnight. Then he was allowed to go to his house. He couldn't. I don't think he had to. I don't think he was able to take public transportation. I think he had to take a Grab or something all the way to his house. So be aware of this. Then he was quarantined in his residence for 2 weeks. He could not go out, and I don't know if they checked on him or what, but then after that he was able to go out. Again, all of this you pay for. The government does not pay anything. So if your ticket says $2,000, you might want to have about $4,000 because of all the different stuff, if not more, because the motel bills depends on where you're going and where you're going to stay. So that's what I have, and you still have to do your yearly appointment, your check-ins. It's called an annual. Every year, January, February, you have to go in. Those are still going on. Everything's the same. So that's my update on it, and I hope this helps somebody. And if you have any questions, please ask. I will do everything I can to tell you what I know. And please subscribe and like my comments or like my post if you enjoy this kind of video. Thank you.